Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be talking about boundaries. Now, when I mention boundaries, you might envision walls or fences around a house, which is true. However, if you have to think of them in real life, consider it this way: you're the house, and the walls are the boundaries. Now, you wouldn't want anyone to come in through the gate or walls and harm you in any way, shape, or form without your permission, would you? Exactly. Boundaries are important in any relationship. May it be with your friends, family, colleagues, or even your romantic partner, they play a key role in strengthening your relationships. Many of us don't even know where our boundaries are, what is okay and what isn't. But it's fine because I'm here to tell you everything you need to know about them. In this video, we're going to be talking about the ways, reasons, importance, and advantages of setting boundaries in our relationships. So make sure to see this video till the very end. Without further ado, let's get started, guys. What are boundaries? Boundaries are the limits we set with ourselves. They separate you from other people, but in a way that protects your personal and mental space. Boundaries play a key role in forming a healthy and formidable relationship with the people you deal with daily. They're also a key ingredient in maintaining your respect, physical and mental health, and most importantly, your identity. Now, having boundaries doesn't only mean keeping people at a healthy distance from you and telling them not to do or say certain things around or with you. It also includes saying no to the things you don't want to do for others or feel uncomfortable doing. I'm sure many of you wouldn't have to, but imagine having a friend who constantly wants something from you. They always ask for money or want to borrow your car because they have places to go. You find yourself saying yes to their requests every time, even when you don't want to, simply because you're a people pleaser or don't know where your boundaries are. Now, isn't it better to just talk to them face to face and discuss it? You can tell them you're not comfortable giving them money or lending them your car. I mean, how hard is it to say no? For a people pleaser, it might be challenging, but it's not like they're going to end their relationship with you just because you refuse to do something that makes you uncomfortable. Similarly, you have to set healthy boundaries with everyone in your life to form a lifetime bond and better mental and physical well-being. Why are boundaries important? Boundaries in any relationship are important. Research shows that having healthy boundaries with others helps both you and them grow in positive ways and gives you a sense of self-esteem, well-being, and self-control throughout your life. On the other hand, ignoring healthy boundaries in your relationships can lead to a toxic and underwhelming experience and can affect your well-being as a whole. It's not just about your boundaries, it's also about taking care of others' boundaries and respecting what they like and are comfortable with. You see, if you continuously ignore someone's privacy by invading their personal space, you risk making them uncomfortable and damaging your relationship with them. Types of healthy boundaries. Now let's talk about the types of personal boundaries. But before diving into that, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and press that notification button so you don't miss out on future uploads. Coming back to the conversation, boundaries come in different ways, shapes, and forms, but it doesn't mean that you have to address every boundary in every relationship. So, let's talk about the boundaries that are important in every relationship. Number 1. Physical boundaries. One of these personal boundaries is physical boundaries. This can range anywhere from physical touch to people talking about you. An example of it can be taken in some developing relationships where some people require some time to get used to being physical with their partner. This can involve holding hands in public or sitting close to them in the early stages. If you're that kind of a person, it is your job to make sure that your partner or friend knows what you are and aren't comfortable with. Sit down and engage in a nice two-way communication with them. Express that you need some time. What this does is that it makes your partner or friend feel good about your honesty, helping them understand what to do and what not to do. Through this, both of you can grow and develop a healthy bond together. Now, this isn't only about establishing physical boundaries with people, but it also includes addressing people who talk about your physicality and how you dress or look in a way that makes you uncomfortable. If you work or sit in an environment where people pass unnecessary sexual or physical comments about your body, you have to let them know that you aren't okay with it, or just don't sit or work in that environment. Number 2, sexual boundaries. The next important boundary to talk about is the sexual boundary. Now, this one involves asking for consent from your partner before being physically intimate with them and checking in with their comfort level during sex. It means the same the other way around, too. You and your partner need to communicate and tell each other about your preferences. Tell them when you're comfortable with and when you're not. Talk about the limitations during things like sex and how frequent it should be, because pushing someone into something when they're not okay with it and manipulating your way into it is not the solution. It only pushes you away from them as a whole. Remember, communication is the key to a healthy relationship. Number 3, mental boundaries. Another type of boundary is the mental boundary. These involve keeping your thoughts and views on something to yourself and not letting them get in the way of your relationships with people. It is a human phenomenon to have differing views about some things, and everyone is allowed to have their own personal thoughts and beliefs. If you're in a relationship where a person holds an opposite set of views and beliefs from yours, it is important to establish a boundary. Simply express that you're not comfortable discussing that particular topic, and be sure to be respectful of others' mental comfort levels as well. Don't try to push your opinions on someone else and expect them to agree. Because the reality is that everyone has their own thinking capacity, and everyone sees things differently. Expecting people to completely agree with you on a topic and forcing your opinion on people when they have different opinions about it is only going to tarnish the relationship. Number 4, material boundaries. This involves things that you own, for example, your car, your clothes, your money, etc. This is an important point because many of us have friends who borrow our cars and our clothes and return them with stains and dents. Let me tell you that you have every right to set healthy boundaries and communicate to your friends how and when you want your things back. It is also okay for you to make some things available and others unavailable to lend. The thing is, when you start saying yes to everything they want, your friends may start to take advantage of your goodwill and keep asking for more. What you need to do is, the next time your friend wants something from you and you don't want to lend it to them, politely say, "No, Steve, I can't let you have my car." And finally, number 5, time boundaries. This goes anywhere from saying no to plans and telling people not to contact you. You see, a lot of people nowadays feel exhausted because whenever their friends ask them about plans, it feels like they have to say yes to please them. Even if you work 5, 6 days a week and want to rest and reset on the weekends, you find yourself saying yes to plans instead of saying no. It is better to establish boundaries in this situation. Simply decline the offer or set a limit on how long you'll stay there. Another type of boundary violation is when your friends call you during your work hours or whenever you're busy. The right thing to do there is to set a healthy boundary and ask your friends not to contact you when you're at work and engage in long talks whenever you're busy. All in all, setting healthy boundaries is the way to lead any relationship. It helps both you and others to grow into a new, better person through one another. Also, you're not the only one setting boundaries, so make sure to be respectful of others' boundaries and avoid doing things that make them uncomfortable. Thank you for watching this video. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments section. See you in the next video. Until then, take care.